Hello, 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 hello. Okay, let me get you guys set up here. Okay, I'm hoping I have this set up correctly. Can't really tell. Swap down to stop camera, double tap to flip. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Hello, I'll just give it a few minutes. Hello, Age United, thank you for joining. I hope I'm reading that right. Hello. We're gonna have a quick scope today. I hope you can stay tuned. We're just gonna go over a few. Oh, good, I did say it right. Hello, Age United. Where are you scoping in from? I'm here in California. Where are you? I'd love to know. We're going to do a super duper quick scope. I'm just coming from the gym and I'm sitting in the park waiting for my son who's at lacrosse practice. So little time thought, oh, Texas. Hello from Texas. Are you a realtor by chance? I'm going to do a really quick scope today. 7 quick steps to becoming a homeowner. Let me know if you're in real estate, if you're on the scope tonight, or what you are in. Just came from the gym and then had to run my son over to lacrosse practice. So I'm sitting in the park trying to find a decent light to where I don't look like a zebra, but I see I do. The shade is going right across and there's like nothing I can do to fix it. So, oh wow. You are a realtor, yay! What part of Texas are you in? I have a really good friend that's in Houston area. Dion is in the, what is Dion's last name? That's a very good question. Let me think here. You're in Austin, okay. Yeah, I've referred business out that into Texas. Not in Austin, but like I said, I have a really good friend that is a realtor in Houston. How is the real estate market there? Trying to figure out what's going on here. Ah! Are you still there? I don't know what's going on. It's kind of jumping around and my face looks a little pixelated. So hopefully I'm not freezing. If I'm freezing or if I'm not frozen, can you just put some, oh, there we go. Yes. And Austin is beautiful as well. Hello, Monsco. Thank you for joining. We're just getting started here. I'm Kim for Homes in California. Hello, Curvy Momager. Thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully you've stopped tapping your finger on the desk. We have people here from Bakersfield, California. I have Austin, Texas. Where else are we come? Monsco. Am I saying that right, Monsco? Where are you joining us from? Tamika 75, thank you for joining. I wanted to know where everyone is scoping in from. Every time I'm on these scopes, it's just so interesting that everyone is all over the world. I'm here in California. And if you can hear me all right, can you just put in the box yes or a little ear or something, because it seems like the camera on my end is doing some weird stuff. Hi from New York. Hello, Sunny Skew. Thank you for joining us. Dallas, Texas. I have Dallas, Texas, Austin, Texas, New York. Yeah, you can hear me. This is going to be a pretty quick scope because I'm losing all light. Now, Curvy Momager, do you see what I was saying? Trying to find light. Thank you. And this is going to be just a scope, just a quick rundown. And throughout the week, I'm going to elaborate on each of the points. But tonight, we're just going to do a quick rundown on the 7 steps of becoming a homeowner. People are so intimidated a lot of times in just the idea of becoming a homeowner. Oh, Miss Yolanda McCrae, thank you for joining us. When you come in, can you let us know where you're scoping in from? That's always so interesting. I'm here in California. Yay! Yes, people get so intimidated in becoming a homeowner and they think it's just not doable or way too much for them. Welcome from Mississippi. Too much for them. Thank you so much for sharing the scope, Monsco. I really appreciate that. So we're going to just go over really quickly on the 7 steps of becoming a homeowner. Now, the first step, people really kind of overlook the importance of, but the first step is really finding a realtor. Now, the reason that I put this in number 1 instead of number 2 You've been a homeowner since you were 24. I was about the same. Yes. Good for you. So you know the importance of being a homeowner and what it can really do for you. It does, and just, you know, financially, the stability that can help you create. There's just so many perks, not to mention the money it can save you in your taxes. And I do apologize. I'm just coming from the gym, and I am at the park waiting for my son who's at lacrosse practice. So I'm kind of just thrown together. But since I'm sitting here, I thought, oh, what a great time to talk to you. And thank you so much, Curvy Momager. Yes, I am the best. So your first step is really to find a realtor. And the reason that I really find this to be the number one thing to do is because your realtor can kind of become your project manager on this to assist you and guide you through the entire process. Many times you don't know where to start. People think automatically, I can't afford to buy a home, or, you know, it's just not something that I can do, so I'm just going to be a renter forever. And renting is fantastic if that is what you want to do. But keep in mind that when you're paying that monthly rent, you are paying someone else's mortgage. You are helping someone else create the American dream. You can do this for yourself. So you want to, it's a lot of responsibility. It is. But you know what? It's worth it. Every time you file those taxes, that responsibility comes back to you in a little bit of moolah. So finding your realtor can really help you to navigate through the process of step 2, which is to find a lender. Yes, you can find a lender in your local bank. If you're a member of a credit union, that's a really great way to start. But most realtors work with a lot of lenders. So that then gives you a better pool to go to. You go to your realtor, they know what you're looking for. They then can guide you to several referrals for realtors that match what your needs are. So that's why I say step 1, you want to find a really good realtor. Now let me just elaborate on that just a little bit. Everyone knows a ton of realtors. Anyone on this scope today that is a realtor, they know that. Uh-oh, I'm frozen. Does it look like a robot? Okay, hopefully it's unfrozen by now. Otherwise, leave and come back, and hopefully, but the replay usually is not frozen. But by finding, everyone knows a ton of realtors, but not everyone is the right realtor for you. Not everyone is a great realtor. Heck, not everyone is a good realtor. Just because your cousin happens to be a realtor, and if you're my cousin, don't listen to this part, but just because your cousin or your best friend or whomever happens to be a realtor does not mean that they are the right realtor for you. So really make sure that when you're looking for a realtor, hello Tamika, thanks for joining again. Sorry you got frozen, kicked out. You want to make sure that the realtor that you're working with is a qualified realtor that knows what you're looking for, that knows the market you're looking to buy in, that has good referrals, that has good connections. Hello, welcome back, Curvy Momager. You want to make sure that you have a qualified realtor, not just because you happen to know that person or you don't want to piss them off because you're not using them. So you want a qualified realtor who then can refer you to a number of qualified lenders. So that's your second step, is going and finding great financing. There's so many options. Until you sit down with a lender that can walk you through the options that are available, you don't know just how powerful you are in the buying market of buying a home. You need to sit down with the lender who can look at your current finances, discuss your long-term goals and your short-term goals, who can then help you to decide if home ownership is the right path for you. And if it is, and this is not the right time, you want a lender that can help you to map out a plan to position you for home ownership. I've had clients that have come to me and were interested in buying a home and come to find out they're not necessarily qualified right now, but a lender can put together a 2-year plan, and before you know it, you're in a home within 24 months. That is not a very long time to go from renting an apartment to owning your own home, if you think about that. So you want to have a lender that can help you to map out that plan and give you the many options that are available. You checked your credit score last week. It was 795. Yay! I was shocked but grateful. Isn't God good? Won't he do it? 795. That is a very good credit score. That's a very good credit score. You're in a position that, coupled with your income, your assets, what's your spending, what's in your savings, and what your down payments, and what kind of loan you can qualify for. There's 20% down to 3% down. There's so many things out there. Heck, there's some options out there that's no money down. But only a good lender would be able to guide you through that. Your realtor is not a lender, so they can't really guide you through finances, but they can get you to the right people. The next step is rent to own worth getting into. Now, I'm going to answer questions at the end, but I'm going to just touch on that really quick. Here in California, rent to own is, well, actually, let me touch on that at the end so we can get it all at one time. Kirby Momager, are you having a problem? You keep getting kicked out. Thanks for coming back. The next step 3, is finding a home. Now, this part is it can be one of the most challenging, because sometimes people can get frustrated if they get there, if they have certain desires and not necessarily the same kind of financing. But finding a home needs to be number 3, not number 1, not number 2. I'm going to tell you why. The last thing that you want to do is go out, fall in love with a house, not have a realtor, so you have absolutely wait, what was that? You too. Are you frozen? I hope you're not frozen. The last thing you want to do is go out and fall in love with the house. And let's just say here in California, let's just say, the average home, $700,000. Let's just say you fall in love with this house that's $700,000. You don't have a realtor, so you really are not in a position to make an offer on the house. You haven't checked with your financing. Then you go and you finally check with your financing and you find out you qualify for a $500,000 house. How frustrating is that? Now you've gotten you set yourself up for, fainted. You set yourself up for disappointment. So you really want to do it in the right order so that you get your financing in order, know what your buying power is. Then when you can go out there, you are looking exactly at what it is that you can afford that's going to fit within what your long-term and short-term goals are. And then you don't disappoint yourself. The other thing with finding a home is your realtor is going to be able to supply you with all of the most up-to-date information, what we call the MLS, or the multiple listing service. That's going to be the information that is the most up-to-date. When a property sells and it's off the market, we know immediately within our system, within 24 hours of the agent putting that into the system as being a sold property or a property that's pending escrow. When you use outside sources like, just say, I don't know, Realtor.com or Zillow or some of these other sources that people tend to go to online, they tend to not be as up to date. So when you're going through those listings and then you're getting excited about going to see it, it's sold. So you want to stick to what your realtor is sending you, because they're sending you the most up to date. Usually what they can do, I know what we do. My partner and I will set up our buyers on automatic alerts. So it will automatically alert them if something that fits their criteria comes up on the market. If they're looking for something with 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, at least 2,000 square feet, and within a certain neighborhood, it's going to automatically send them an email and say, oh, wow, this house just came up. It's within your price range, and it fits the criteria that you're looking for. So they're going to get that automatically. If they search it later and it's sold, it's going to tell them automatically that it's already pending and no longer off the market. Yes, you do that too. I'm so blind. Age you the unlimited, united. And that's a great resource, because then your buyers can really be on top of it with you. So when they're out there and they're on Zillow and all these other things, not to bash Zillow, but any other outside listing service, you're not going to be as up to date. Now, with technology as it is, you are able to get the listings. You are able to know what open houses are open this weekend. You are able to find out a lot of information about the homes, and that is great. You want your agent definitely can drive you around to see properties, but I always tell my buyers, when you're looking at properties and they pop up, take a little time. Drive by the property, make sure that you like, hello, Virtuous by Nature, make sure you like the neighborhood so that you don't waste your time going to see a property that might look online perfect, and then you turn around and the neighborhood is nothing that you want to be in. Or when you see the outside of the house, it just doesn't fit anything that you like, and the inside could be, the Taj Mahal, but it's hideous on the outside for you. So take a little time to drive around. I'm so discombobulated and disheveled. I just came from the gym, sorry. Okay, and now the next step. So we went over your realtor. You want to make sure to get a qualified realtor, not just the cousin or the friend that you've had for years, but someone qualified who then can give you referrals for really great lenders. That gives you step 2, your finance. Then you want to go out and you want to find the perfect home. So you want to stay close to your agent, make sure that you're getting those updated lists from them, and look at homes that fit your criteria. Okay? In finding the home, the first thing that you really want to do in finding that is selecting where do you want to be. We will get clients many times that say, they want to be, anywhere within a 50-mile radius. Okay, you really want to narrow down your neighborhoods. Where do you want to be? Because when you do that, your agent can really laser focus on finding what fits you best. If you want to be in, a 50-mile radius, then you're kind of just getting thrown a lot of stuff. But if you narrow it down and you want to be near a lot of parks because you have kids and they're into sports and you want to be able to get them to the parks, or whatever it might be, narrow down your neighborhoods so that you can really concentrate on that neighborhood or two. It's fine, but kind of know where you want to be. And the next step, once you find that perfect house, is writing an offer. This is what your agent is paid for. Now, many people don't realize, as a buyer, it costs you nothing to have professional representation. Nothing. A seller pays the buyer. The seller pays the realtor, the buyer's realtor. The buyer does not pay to have a professional representation in their realtor. So why would you ever want to go it alone, or even attempt to go it alone? Because as you get into writing the offer, that's where you really want to have that professionalism behind you, the expertise that your realtor is going to bring. That's where you're going to negotiate not just the price of the property. Your offer is going to include the price of the property. It's going to include the terms. How long of an escrow do you need? What items are in the house that you want to make sure that stay or go? If they have a huge mural that's attached to the wall and you don't want that mural there, you want that negotiated beforehand. You also have the terms of the offer include, the contingency periods. You may have certain restrictions. If you have a lease and you want to have this contingency period a certain time so it can close at the same time that your lease ends so you don't break. There's a lot of things that go into negotiating. And once you do negotiate the offer and you have that all settled, even after your escrow opens and you begin the process of actually purchasing, there's still layers of negotiation that your agent is going to be there for. So trying to go it alone, or just going out and going to open houses and looking at homes, and then whatever agent happened to come at that open house, you decide, oh, that's the one I'm going to use, is not necessarily the smartest route to go, because your realtor in this transaction is very much like an attorney. In other areas, they actually don't use realtors necessarily, or an escrow. They use a realtor, but not an escrow, because they use attorneys only. Here in California, we have what's called an escrow officer that facilitates that. But your realtor is really the one that's getting you through all the legal minefields of the offer. After you've written the offer, now is where the fun begins, because now it's your turn to do all of your due diligence to make sure that this home is everything that you want it to be, and everything you would expect. Sorry, my phone's ringing. So now once you've written the offer, it's been accepted, now it's time for you to open escrow, and it's time for, again, you to do your due diligence and get all of your inspections done. So you're going to need to do your home inspection. You're going to do any follow-up inspections from that if anything is discovered. The purpose of the home inspection is to go over this house with a fine-tooth comb and make sure of anything major that might be wrong. Unless you're buying, well, heck, even if you are buying a brand new home, it's gonna be some things that are not perfect. You're not necessarily buying a brand new home. So you have to make sure that your inspector goes through this property to make sure of anything major, roof damage, major appliances, air conditioning, heating, things of that nature. And then once that is done, and you've done all of your inspections, you adhere to all of your time frames, that's when you're going to go ahead and close escrow. That's the exciting time, because now you go in and you sign all the paperwork, you do everything that you need to do. Here in California, we use what's called an escrow officer to do that. But in certain parts of the country, you do that within your attorney's office. But either case, you'll go in and you sign all of your loan docs. And here in California, within 48 hours, 72 hours, you would then close escrow and receive keys. Some places do it in the same day. Other states are different. But within 72 hours, you should receive those keys. And from there, you will be a homeowner. So again, those 7 steps: find a realtor, get your financing, go out there and find the perfect home. You're going to write an offer when your realtor really comes into play and does the negotiations for you. You're going to then do your due diligence in doing your home inspections and adhering to all of your contingency periods. Once that's all done, you'll just wait until the contract runs its time, in which case you will then close the deal. And from there, congratulations, you're a homeowner. The perks of being a homeowner, besides your tax deductions that the tax breaks that you receive there, and you'll talk to your lender who can get you that information on how that would pan out, because everybody's different. But the independence and what it can do for you as far as your finances go is amazing. The list goes on and on. Talk to your lender or your finance advisor, and they can advise you on what is the best options for you and how it can help you in your financial situation. So that is today's scope. If we have any questions that I did miss, I know there was a few that I didn't get to answer as they were scrolling through. If you want to go ahead and do that really quick, I can stay on for another minute or two and we can try to answer them. And if any of my realtors out there have anything they this phone is just going. Well, thank you guys for joining this evening. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. I appreciate the hearts. I hope the information was useful. And I'll try to come on a little bit more regularly to get any questions answered or share anything that I might be able to share in a day. You can always log on to our Facebook page on Kim and Denise for Homes. That's Kim and Denise for Homes. And I put that in the title, KYMM. And also here on Periscope, Kim for Homes. Please feel free to share this scope. The replay would be wonderful. And you can also join us on Instagram at Kim for Homes. I look forward to my next scope with everyone. Thank you so much, Monsko. That really should be bigger print because I could barely see it. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Everyone have a blessed night, and I will see you next time. Thank you for the hearts. I love them.